like, I want to be exploring the world. And I think it'll be better once I have the sled dogs. But I gotta get 2. I'm assuming I get the other one up here. Let's see. But that, yeah, I'm spending so much time just walking around gathering a piece of fiber from there, or, you know, unlocking a woodcutting zone. Actually, that would be something that would make sense to carry over between future runs. If I die, for example. Oh, come on. Never mind. Problem solved. But if I die, if it would actually keep all of those trees and deer, for example, that I've you know, unlocked the harvesting nodes. If it kept all of those pre-unlocked, so all I had to do is just come out for maybe some of the you know, some of the collectible loot when I need it. Because that would help a lot. Yep. Luckily, they can't turn. You can shoot them before they explode. Yeah, I have bad luck switching from my sword to my bow. Sometimes it just switches back to my sword. And then I'm just confused. Let's see. Oh, this looks like an easier port to maybe get at. Maybe. Dang it, I was hoping I could go around him. Okay, they can turn sometimes. See, can you set tasks for the villagers? Sort of. They'll automatically go out and gather resources for you, but only from nodes that you've already unlocked. And they can build structures and craft items for you. But, for example, you couldn't, say, point at a deer hunting location and be like, hey, by the way, there's a deer over here. Just, like, go there on the map. Doggo! Okay. Oh, and I only have to get 2 of these nests. That's not so bad. I'm just gonna ignore that guy. He'll go kill himself. You need to get a sled. Yep, that's what I'm working on. That was pupper number 2, but I gotta actually, I gotta actually trigger it. There you are. It's like I know there's gonna be a hellvine in here. There we go. So where'd the dog go? It went back to base. It'll be there for when I build the kennel. And then once I get the kennel, we can go dog sledding, which will make at least zone traversal faster. I got a 3rd dog. I'm mildly confused about that. Eliminate the Guardian. Oh. Okay, well, I don't see any other immediate shards here. But yeah, this game reminds me very distinctly of not Generation Zero. What was it? What was the game I was playing recently? Something 01. Genesis Alpha 1. There we go. That was something I was playing before I moved out of my apartment and across the country and stuff. but playing Genesis Alpha 1 was, ow. It was a fun game, but the core gameplay loop was gather resources, then gather more resources, then keep gathering resources, then don't stop gathering resources because you need more resources to get more resources, to get the higher tier resources, because otherwise you're just going to die. And it feels like they had a core gameplay loop, but they realized that they didn't have enough budget, time, or ideas to like really expand it in any way, shape, or form. So what they did instead is they just stretched it. And I'm never sure if that's a good idea in a game. There are some games where it works, where the core gameplay is so fun that stretching it as hard as possible actually works perfectly fine and keeps everything quite enjoyable. Let's see. Because we'll eat a little bit of food, store the rest. I really wish I could actually store my axes on my person as well. Let's see. So we're halfway to an enemy attack. Still haven't found anybody else, though. Oh, right. We've got the strongbox upstores. Upstores? Oh, wait. What am I doing? There we go. There are very few games, I think, that could really pull off the stretching content. Well, that's not what I meant to do. I mean, it's fine. Warframe, I think, is the best example of a game that stretches its content to the point of, like, absurdity. Because, like, truly, like, I've been playing it recently because I wanted to get back into it. I'm like... I just have to press Y to stash at refuge. I'm making this infinitely harder on myself because my brain is elsewhere. Let's see. You know, Warframe is one of those games that is so... Okay, so I can just teleport between any of these. Well, that's nice. Let's construct. So first and foremost, edit mode. Can I upgrade? The answer is no. I need stuff that I don't have. Construction mode. So let's make a second hut. Maybe not. Sledding kennel. This is a must, but maybe not there. Woodcarver's corner. What I want to do is find something that fits in this section. Medicine hut might fit. Let's see. Forge. Pretty damn big. Workshop is obscenely big. Okay. What if we have more of these? Almost 100% sure you would enjoy Hinterland. But you said you don't have the time. Yeah, it's my problem. Like, I probably would. I like games too much. Often. Like, my standards are pretty low when it comes to new games, or just playing games in general. Let's see. Woodcarver's corner. I don't actually know if I need a whole lot of this. I'm gonna exile this into it. The butt ended nowhere. Wow, I think I can actually clip that into the wall a little. Gladly. Okay, wood. Let's see. We also want the crafting shack. Plonk it there. So we have a medicine hut. Can I get the forge up in here? I have so much pristine wood and salvage, I kind of want to get a lot of these things down early. Yeah, stuff like the workshop and the occult laboratory are a little bit off. Okay, so palisade. Palisade gate. Can I do a convex palisade there? Not easily. I mean, honestly, it seems like it's generally in my best interest to... Not there. What? Okay. Should kind of work. Covers all 3 entrances. Let's see, did you play Pathfinder Kingmaker? It tries to mix the building and adventuring genres. Sort of. It was a little bit less town builder than I was expecting, but it was decent. I just never got through it because all CRPGs are long, and I'd love to actually sit down and like start finishing some of these older games, but like, okay, wait, what is this? Oh, seek out your follower. They trust me more. Hello, we have not spoken since I recruited you, but I guess you trust me enough to tell me about your life. Oh, I love my husband. Loved him more than life.
That day, Isaac and I, we were surrounded by a horde of creatures. The other people in our camp, they were already dead. I started to fight and told Isaac to run. That I would fight them off myself, that I'd meet him later. But they kept coming, surrounding us. Isaac, he just looked at me, told me that he loved me, that I had to run. And he walked straight towards them, the horde. And my husband, I never said I loved him back. I just ran, left him behind to die. When I returned, Isaac was ripped apart, dead.
Hey, Dad!
Wait. She just winked out of the universe. Alrighty then. So, I'd say my town's coming together, but it really isn't. Let's see. Yeah, let's get some more huts. No. I want to jam them in together as hard as possible. Unfortunately, for some reason, the huts are, like, by far the most demanding space-wise. Like, they're really damn small, but... I'm gonna leave that space over there a little bit. Yeah, it really does not want me to place more of these, like, around here. This needs a grid system, honestly. Like, bad. Okay, so that'll give me 3. Let's see. So far, so good. I guess I'll pop a healing item. I'm kind of hungry. So let's go grab a bit of food. Because, yeah, I don't like placing things without a grid. Sometimes, I guess it varies. I absolutely am guilty of making a giant horror spaghetti factory whenever I can in Satisfactory. But the moment I get a grid is the moment I start behaving. no grid is just going to make me uncomfortable, and it's going to mean I make, like, a really awkward, bad-looking town. Okay, so let's go back to the flats. Let's grab everything there, and then I guess we'll... There's one event that I think I've missed in this area that I should probably go check out as well. Right. That's how we do this. Okay. But yeah, there's a fair bit in here that the obvious haven't gotten the chance to nab. So we're just going to loot everything first. I wonder if playing this in co-op means, like, you have twice as much available inventory space. I want to get people building things. Unfortunately, I only have one character, and she does not have the construction skill. So, like, I could tell her to do so, but I figured I'd just put it down. And at some point... Why are we super, like, zoomed in? I have no idea. You get back in your hole! Stay in there! Get in your hole, Ripper! In there! It lived in the hole, it died in the hole. Let's see. On the theme of satisfactory, any co-op plans for the new version are deferred until people are available. So, my friends at Stumped kind of do their own thing in a lot of cases. And so, like, I should bug them more about co-op, but, like, I don't even have a schedule, so I didn't want to bother them as much. It was easier with Moose and Joe, because their schedule worked really well with ours. Which is mainly just, like, Tuesday nights. Done. Easy. Honestly... You know, I'd like to play some Satisfactory with Joe at some point. Because I know he had expressed interest in... But there's also other games that I'd like to play too. But I guess specifically since I had played Satisfactory with Avac, the only reason why I haven't done anything with him is he's currently going through what I was going through, but he's, I think, trying to buy a house. So I've been giving him some space so he doesn't feel, like, stressed out by anything. Yes, it did, you nit. Why are you trying to get all philosophical on me, Casper the Unfriendly Ghost? It's not a good look. But yeah, he is house hunting, and from what I've heard, it hasn't gone great. Or it hasn't been going that great. So, like, maybe I should send him a message and just be like, yo, are you going to be available blank blank? And he'd probably say yes, but, like, I don't know. It's still best that, you know, I wait until he's not in some, like, extremely nebulous position. Because the other thing is I prefer consistency when creating my own content. And it's a lot easier to sit down and be like, okay, let's just define Tuesday night is Moose, Joe, Shell, and me time. And that's just how it works. Dude, there's an update for Satisfactory on the beta channel. Cool. I don't know how much it adds. That's the other thing. Because part of it is, like, it kept crashing on us, which definitely soured the experience. And so I wanted to give it as much time as possible.
Dragging logs down the mountain. Impossible now.
I'm not... Oh, I guess you can get up there. Added vertical lifts and a few minor new recipes. More beta than beta. Yeah, see, that sounds like a step in the right direction for Satisfactory. But not enough that I would, like, immediately spring for another series or anything like that. Especially because, with the exception of the co-op series, Satisfactory actually did really poorly for me. Oh, inventory is full. Already! Freaking already, whatever. It's just firewood, and it's not that big of a deal. Ugh. But, like, I have trouble going back to games, unless something really major has happened. Okay, now she's working in the woodcarver's corner. Admittedly, that's kind of a low priority thing for her to grab, but I'm not gonna go like micromanage it too much. As long as they all get built, I think it'll be fine. Did you find satisfactory on? No, I found it quite fun. I found it quite breaky, which I mean that's normal for early access games with multiplayer and blah blah blah. But it's like it's hard for me to want to go back until like really major things have happened to it because I have this game, and if I go back to Satisfactory, I can't go back to, well, if I go back to Satisfactory, I probably won't be able to finish Fate to Silence. And, you know, admittedly, maybe I don't finish Fate to Silence. It seems like it's going to be a bit of a slog. But it might not actually be that bad. I mean, it's not terrible, especially once we get the, especially once we get those dog sleds going. Ah, that would be the one thing I might want to have her prioritize-ish. One of those games that's much more fun to play than it is to watch other people play. Yeah, sort of. I guess I've also had, like, well, no, my multiplayer series did amazingly for Satisfactory. But, like, I don't know. So I'll go back to it when I have free time or whatever. Same thing kind of with Astroneer. I know they've fixed up the multiplayer for Astroneer, and I'd love to go back to it with time. I will admit, despite my, like, kind of grumps about this game being dull, it is a very good platform for me to just sit around and talk. Like, this is a podcast and play game. And I really like that. I don't get to play a whole lot of those, and I don't get to soapbox as much anymore. I used to talk about just stuff all the time when I was playing, like, Risk of Rain or, well, kind of Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain actually requires a little bit more focus. No, Binding of Isaac and Cavern Kings, those were the two that I could really just sit there and just yammer for however long I wanted, and pretty much would never have to actually worry about the gameplay. Oh, there's another fort over there. I'm just gonna collect all the forts. At some point, hopefully we'll be able to get some more people and I can get better equipment, because I need that. Get a friend and I into EDF 4.1, we love. Screw the King Dragon. The King Dragon is bullshit. That was such a dumb difficulty spike in that game. I want to play it again. Like, I just finished EDF Iron Rain the other day, and I'm like, I want to play more EDF. I don't know. The EDF games are just stupidly good. Oh. We have a foe in the area. Hello? Hello, foe? Anybody wish to tango? I'm just gonna wander around for a while, then it's gonna just, like, forget about me. I am actually kind of confused. But EDF is stupid good. Yeah, someday I might sit down and really, like, try and coax some people to play it with me. I'm just hoping they sit down and actually dedicate the resources to making EDF 5 and Iron Raid on PC. But they always say it does well. It doesn't do well. Sorry. Which always is baffling, because, like, the amount of people that are like, I can't buy it until it comes out on PC, and I'm like, does it really do that poorly? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Someday. Either that or some indie studio will take up the flag and start making some really rad PC EDF likes. Like, I guess to go back to that topic, yeah, I'm getting peckish. Of, like, aspiring to be their own game. There are blank likes that I think actually work really well. But usually it's because they iterate in some interesting way. or they acknowledge where they came from without becoming just a pale imitation. Because I think that's the thing. Like, you can aspire to be a blank like, instead of like making games be a, you know, you don't have to have like what's a good example? Well, Salt and Sanctuary is absolutely a Souls-like. You know, no doubt about it. But it stands on its own fairly well. And you know, I feel like that was a solid rendition of, like, they saw the mechanics, they knew how they could improve it to make their own game, but still keep it well within the genre and the kind of predetermined rules and stuff. And there are other games that, you know, push it further. Like, I mean, okay, Sekiro is kind of its own beast, but also, like, very obviously still a Souls-like and made by From Software. I guess recently I got to preview Panzer Paladin, which is... Oh, hey, looks like Jin's down there. I got to preview Panzer Paladin at PAX. And it's very much like a Blaster Master-like, which is kind of interesting, because I just played Blaster Master 02, which is the sequel to the remake of the classic game, which actually is kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, we'll be going down to the event shortly. Oh, don't get your britches all twisty. I just didn't want to, I don't know if I'm going to be able to climb the hill again that easily. So I figured I'd handle this and then go down there. Because it looks like it's a drop-down point, and that's inconvenient. But yeah, so if somebody took a look at the EDF games and they're like, they're not making these on PC and I want them on PC, let's make our own EDF game, but with... Let's make our own EDF game, but like with a lot of modern techniques, less grind, you know, its own visual style, and maybe not ants, but like just unique creatures the entire way through. And like, I think that actually would be a very successful IP if they did it well, and if the game, you know, was well made. Marketing might be a bit of an issue, but still, and like, it's kind of why I actually brought up Ashen repeatedly before I even mentioned Dark Souls in comparison to this game. At least I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Because I feel like Ashen is actually spiritually closer to this, and also, like, closer to what I'd want out of a game. And, like, Ashen is absolutely a Souls-like, and they saw what they liked from the formula and decided to iterate where they needed to make it kind of its own thing. To borrow from my own phrasing earlier. And so, yeah, I actually would pay a fair amount of money to actually see more games do that with certain IPs that I feel like are underserved. IPs and genres. I also really hope we get some, like, proper Armored Core successors at some point. Because there haven't been freaking any, and it sucks. Hey, what's up, Jen?
Please, soon. But
Okay, so I'm actually going to skip through this dialogue, seeing as we've already done this event before. You know, the Rippers are kind enough to give me just a little bit of a break here. What other game genres could use, like, more that have been honestly, like, criminally underserved lately? Certainly not, like, open world character action games. We've got a lot of those. Found Jin, so lucky getting him early. Yeah, twice in a row, too. That sound is pretty loud compared to them talking. The audio balance on this game is ass. Like, it's really bad. I'm not... That is my one, like, true hate about this game, is the audio balance. They give you a sound effect meter for everything, except for actual sound effects.
No! It's out! I owe you my life. Yeah, burnt was... No.
Why
I don't...
burning them?
No.
Okay, so melee high, health. He apparently took damage. Anyway, he's good at woodcutting, craftsmanship, and construction.
Come with me. I have a safe place to stay.
Yes. The living should band together.
Honestly, open world survival has had more than enough lately. Sort of. Open world survival is one of those that has had both, like, an insane amount of content and also, like, has been criminally underserved. And the weird thing is, like, it's because there's so much open world survival that's just bad or unfinished. There's a game that I kickstarted that came out recently. Admittedly, I don't know if it's open world survival. I think it was more kind of space engineers-ish. Called Planet Nomads, which I was really excited for. You know, I kickstarted it for $30, $40 or something like that. And it came out in beta badly. And then didn't do well financially. And so they just kind of, like, crawled across the finish line earlier this week to the point where, yeah, I had no interest in... I have no interest in actually, like, playing it. Because, like, I can't imagine it's going to be very good, I guess? And, like, yeah, obviously, I sunk a decent amount of money into it, but, like, they didn't have enough money to finish it, and they ditched the project early, and a bunch of other things, and it's like, I don't know if I could call that, like, there are too many open world survival games when, like, so many of them are bad. You know, there's only a handful of games up to par with, like, Subnautica, for example. Most are just stuck in early access hell and never get out of there. There are a couple that, like, really stand out that might still get stuck in early access hell, but are at least kind of fun for the time being. Raft, specifically, is a game that I rather enjoy. I really want to play Raft again. I might just load it up someday in the next week or two and just do a round of probably solo Raft. Unless, like, I don't know, somebody's available at the time and it's just like, you want to play Raft with me for, like, a little while? Just not even, like, get to the end of any available content, just, like, dick around on a raft and make a dumb floating mansion. Let's see, this is probably faster. But yeah, so Raft is a standout. What else is there? I mean, Don't Starve is pretty good. What other open world survival games have been actually good? Most of them don't even finish, and the ones that do actually come out 1.0 often have really, really bad reviews. And it's a shame, because it's like, I actually want to play more open world survival games, but they suck. You know, after Dragon Quest Builders, I've been itching for survival town builders like this. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm so doggedly pushing towards it, because, like, I need something to tide me over while I wait for Dragon Quest Builders too. Minecraft. Minecraft, maybe with certain mods, Minecraft could pull it off, but... Or are you saying just Minecraft is one of the good ones? I just don't care about Minecraft. I probably would. Like, I'm pretty sure if I sat down with Skyblock, I'd probably love it to death. Damn it, Jin. Don't walk into the car explosions. Ow. Damn it, me, don't walk into the car explosions. Okay, I gotta pay attention. This cannon will kill me if I'm not careful. I just told you one. Hinterland. Yeah, I could try it. If I remember right, Hinterland's fairly old, which is my usual problem. Ni no Kuni is a great open world base builder. I kind of disagree. Well, I assume you're talking about Ni no Kuni 2. Because I tried playing Ni no Kuni 2 and I found it kind of boring. Okay, didn't hit Jin yet. Empyrean's quite good. Empyrean is okay. Admittedly, the last time I tried playing Empyrean, one of the enemy ships just parked itself directly on my face and then wouldn't leave. I got kind of mad about that and didn't want to play again. It also looks like ass. That is a game that should have just been low poly or something like that, and it probably would have looked fine. That is one of those games that the inclusion of a texture actually made it worse. Let's see. There is another one called Rise of Runes that I've heard good things about. I'll have to see how that goes. I'll load that up someday. I was kind of hoping for the 1.0 to come out soonish.
Hey, Dad!
Allie, I found a corrupted building and cleansed it. There's a crystal inside that protects us, just like in the camp.
But you'll be safe there, right? You're sure it's not a trap?
Don't worry, Allie. It's just as safe there as in the camp.
Maybe you'll find others. Maybe you can even find piles and piles of supplies at the cargo ship.
Okay, so Jin's working on the hut. We got 2 more huts. State of Decay 2 is pretty decent. I talked about this, I think, the last time I streamed this, but last time I played State of Decay 2, I was playing multiplayer and it barely functioned. And Jin didn't actually finish it. Gani did.
Allie, I cleansed a tower again. Another outpost. Another crystal for us. Allie, we have someone new in the camp. Just came in from the wild. He's called Jin.
I saw Jin. He's very calm. Almost too calm.